true Brandon McDonald fashion. We've got a little Four Roses tonight. Not the top shelf, but not the bottom shelf. Brandon? So I've been holding out on you guys. It's been about a week and a half or 2 weeks now that I've had this machine. And I'm really growing to like it. Meet the 2024 Hoyt Alpha X33. 70-pound limbs, draw length of 28 5/8 inches. I'm really liking it. As you can see, Ultra View slider up front. Enjoying that. It's got one little thing that I don't like about it so far, but I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm running Doinker bars, 10-inch front bar, and an 8-inch back bar. I'm just a Doinker guy. Don't hate me. But at Levin Industries, they make good stabs. Combine that with the Go Sticks. The Go Sticks adds quite a bit of weight to the front, but I'm getting used to it. And I really think that the utility of having the Go Sticks is worth it. And the Ultra X, or the Ultra Rest MX2, I am liking that. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was a little bit fragile, believe it or not, but I got used to my Hamsky. The Hamskys are built like a tank. But the MX2, I'm starting to like it. I'm understanding better the micro adjust and how the whole setup works. But yeah, I'm liking that. The quiver. So I had bought the Hoyt factory 2-piece, what do they call it? Super light quiver. I bought the 2-piece 6-arrow quiver. Shot it for about 2 days and it drove me crazy. It squeaks. I don't know what it is. I think it's because, whether you like it or not, the risers do flex during the draw, and the field points up inside the foam when the two pieces of the quiver flex relative to each other with the riser. The stainless steel field points squeaked in the foam and it drove me nuts. So I went back to the knock-on Checkmate. I had that quiver all last year during the season, and I'm back to it. You can't. I tried to beat it with the 2-piece Hoyt, and that didn't do it. So it's a 5-arrow, 1-piece quiver. But the nice thing about the Checkmate is you can remove the 1-piece quiver and it still has the 1-arrow standby that stays with the bow. And I love that. The one, so you have 1 arrow knocked and the other arrow is still on the bow for the quick follow-up. I love that. Where did I get it? I got it from Heritage Outdoor Sports. Excellent guys up in Phelps, New York. I'm still messing with the tune. They had it pretty close for me, but man, I'm really particular with the tunes. So even tonight, I actually shimmed it over from where they had it. I just swapped the 2 shims on the bottom cam. They had the large shim on the left and the small on the right, and I just flipped it so that pushed my center shot out a little bit, and I'm just shy of 13/16 now. I was just, where they had it, it was just too far in. I just wanted to bring it out to the nominal 13/16. So, but yeah, it shot a bullet hole as soon as I got the shim swapped around. It's shooting good. Going back to the slider, I like it a lot. The scope is everything I want and nothing more. I like the 3-pin. I don't even see the 4th pin in the bottom most of the time. I love the 3-pin. It's enough pins, but it's not cluttered. In the 15 thousandths fibers, I think are the perfect size. I think 10 thousandths fibers are too small for me. 19 thousandths fibers, they're just too big. 15 is a nice spot. I like how the level vial is within the view of the scope. That's fantastic, because I just, out of my peripheral vision, I'm seeing that. The only downside thing I have to say with the UV slider altogether, there's a little bit of backlash in the windage adjustment. It's like a click and a half or 2 clicks of backlash. Like if you, right now I've shot it, so if I went to make like a, bring the scope to the right, it would be like a click to a click and a half ish before the adjustment got tight and actually moved the scope. It's all right, but I wish it would be tighter. But I understand from a mechanical engineer standpoint, it's difficult to make a backlash-free system. I get it. And it really, that's pretty good. I don't know what the thread pitch is on that adjustment system. I could do the math. But, you know, it's not enough to really make an issue out of. So, otherwise, I'm loving the scope. I want to shoot it some more at distance. I'm really liking it. What else to say? My arrow, it's a Easton Axis because I'm just an Easton guy. I don't know. I know they're a little bit heavier than they're supposed to be. They're not really the high modulus carbon, so they're heavy for what they are. 340 spine, 3 Fletch, max stealths with a lighted knock, with the new match grade collars from Easton, standard inserts, the standard hit insert, the aluminum, with a 150 grain point. It brought me to 490 grains, which is right about where I wanted to be. You know, 2 years ago I was at 576. I went down the Ranch Fairy rabbit hole as far as I wanted to go on that. In that regard, I got the 576 and 19% FOC, and it blew through whatever I wanted to shoot. I shot a doe at 40.5 yards that year, and it smoked right through her. But I recognized how much I was losing to trajectory. So I backed off into the 460s last year. I think, how do I want to put this? I'm a Magnus Stinger guy. I like Magnus broadheads. But I think that with the 4-blade, or the 2-blade with the bleeders, the way they accomplish that is they cut like a window out of the ferrule, the aluminum ferrule, and to put the bleeder blades in there. I think that they lose a lot of structural integrity with that when they do that cutout. So I was at 465 last year with the 100 grain head with the bleeders, and I had some penetration issues. I wonder how much of it was to that ferrule with the cutout actually flexing on impact. So I went back to the 150s. It's a solid ferrule. It's just the 2-blade. The ferrule is nice and heavy. So we're going to run that. Yeah, so that's the setup so far. And I'm kind of liking it, the 490 grain. I think it's like 200 it's in the low 270s for a speed, which I'm liking over the old Alpha, what's that, Alpha Max 35. This is a big speed improvement over that beast. Liking it. I still have to get used to it more. You know, it's like you've been shooting the same bow for 15 years, and then you start shooting another bow. It takes a minute to getting used to, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the idea of a slider. It's my first slider I've ever had. I actually sank my first long bomb the other night at 80 yards, so I'm going to try to get some video of longer shots and get some more experience with that. It's working out. But yeah, good bow so far. Really liking it. So yeah, I don't know what much more to say. Obviously, it's in the Verde, the QU Verde. I like the camouflage, the green. If you watch any of my hunting videos, I do a lot of killing in the early season when the leaves are still on. So I went for the darker camouflage, thinking that might fit a little bit better than the old ASAT, you know. So we'll see how that works out. Looking forward to more hunting videos this upcoming year. So I got to work on getting the phone mounted. I think I might mount the phone here off the main stabilizer mount. I might get a piece of Delrin machined at work. Get a chunk of Delrin to mount the phone to, rather than mounting it down here off the stabilizer. But I guess that's about it. You know, meet the Alpha X35. We'll do a bunch of videos on the rest of the tuning. Obviously, I talked about moving the center shot tonight. That was a good move. But we still have to do some broadhead tuning. Shoot a broadhead, see how that goes. And otherwise, I'm excited. And we'll see what this next season brings. So thanks for checking in at the Limb Bender Lounge. And we will catch you all later. See ya.